At early morning of October 29, 1940, in a nipa hut at Barrio Talok, Bago City, Negros Occidental, a child was born by spouses Chupista Balsera Carmona and Jose Palma. The child was baptized in the name of Wilfredo Carmona Palma and was called Pido by her family, relatives, and close friends. Pido's mother is a plain housewife, while his father Jose was an employee of then Senator Enrique Magalona from the municipality of Senator Enrique Magalona, Negros Occidental, formerly known as Sarabia. His father Jose died before Pido was born. He was presumed to be on board a ship from Manila to Bacolod, which was bombed by the Japanese Imperial Army during the World War II. Pido and the rest of his family had never heard any news from his father after that incident. Meanwhile, Pido has an adopted sister named Marieta Carmona, who is a public teacher. He also has a half-brother and half-sisters on his father's side, namely Judith, Rosita, Delia, and Rodolfo Palma. They are residents of Sarabia, Negros Occidental. Being born without a father and raised by her mother alone, Pido lived a life full of misery when he was a kid. The only way the poor lad and his family were able to survive life is through a small sari-sari store managed by her mother, Chupista. He would sell pandesal at early morning and help his mother manage the store. The few cents he earned for selling pandesal, he would give it to his mother and save some for himself. At the age of 7, he began his formal education at Don George Araneta Elementary School in Talok, Bago Negros Occidental. He was a brilliant, smart, talented, and very intelligent boy. He would, most of the time, top his examinations, and his teachers loved him so much because he was very polite and kind to everyone at school. He has been consistently part of the honorable mentions until he reached grade 4.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me.
However, a new chapter in Pido's life began before he started his 5th grade. His family has to Punta Taytay, Bacolod City. They moved their permanent residency to Punta Taytay along with their small business. Another reason for the move is because they would be nearer to their relatives on the side of her mother. This is where he spent the rest of his teenage years. He completed his 5th and 6th grade education at Punta Taytay Elementary School and continued with his secondary education at Negros Occidental High School. At his young age, Pido realized that life was not easy for him and his family. The move did not contribute a lot in making life easy for him. The small business still cannot sustain the needs of the family, so he knew that he needed to finish his school, earn a degree, and find a job. This is the very moment that he sets his goals and strives harder in life in order to rise above the line of poverty. Fortunately for Pido, he had an older brother by the name of Rodolfo Carmona Alit, son of Chupista on her first marriage to Daniel Alit. At the time that they were still in the elementary, Rodolfo was given a share as an heir of the Alit family, a farm of 4.5 hectares of rice field. His brother Rodolfo was of a big help to Pido financially. Mostly, it was Rodolfo's funding that helped Pido finish his secondary education at Negros Occidental High School. After he graduated high school, he enrolled at the University of Negros Occidental Recoletos and took up 2 years preparatory course in mechanical engineering. On his 3rd year, he transferred to Don Bosco Technical College at Victorias, Negros Occidental. It was in the year 1962 that Pido has to stop after completing his 3rd year in college because his brother Rodolfo, who is funding his education, got married and started his own family. In the same year though, a cousin from Banga, South Cotabato by the name of Clemente Dizon has spent his vacation in Bacolod. Clemente told him stories about Banga, the entire island of Mindanao, the promises of the land. He tried to convince Pido to go with him when he travels back to Mindanao. Pido thought that this may be the opportunity he had been waiting in his entire life. He already stopped from college due to financial issues, so he thought that maybe his life was really meant to be in Mindanao. He thought the timing is perfect, a leap of faith. With persistence and consistency, he was finally convinced by his cousin that Mindanao is a land of promise for him. Therefore, Pido decided to go to Mindanao along with his cousin's mother and two younger brothers. They arrived at Barrio 5, Banga, South Cotabato in February 1962. At Barrio 5, Pido stayed with the Yatar family, also a relative. It was not an easy journey again for Pido when he arrived in Mindanao.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Of stay in Mindanao, he knew he had to start looking for a living. He was alone by himself and started to feel life miseries again. However, Pido, a strong-willed person, didn't stop there. He started to make friends. He made himself close to people within his community. He started to look for life opportunities and started earning a living through hard work by planting and harvesting on rice fields and cornfields within the area of Barrio 5. He would endure the scorching heat of the sun, the biting cold of the weather when it rains. He has to do it and sacrifice so he could survive. He sometimes would go out his way to other places to find labor and work opportunities. In November 12, 1962, he got married to Elma Trias Salanak of Barrio 5, Banga. Pido has known Elma back when he was still in Bacolod. Elma's family were also from Bacolod, so she used to visit them. The visits made its way for the two to meet and was introduced to each other. The moment Pido laid eyes with Elma, he started to have a crush on her, and he knew that they were meant to be. The two became friends in Barrio 5, and eventually they became lovers. Elma turned out to be Pido's lucky charm in every way you can imagine, and their relationship were blessed with 9 children after marriage.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders.
They have two children, Krigsfield Gaylord, a mechanic, and Kimberly Kay, a fashion designer. His second child is Maria Victoria, a graduate of BS Home Economics, and married to Cristino Liviano, a marine engineer. They have 5 children, namely Christian Angelo, a registered nurse, Mira Salve, a licensed commercial pilot, Israel John, a computer technician graduate, Helena Grace, a registered civil engineer, and Joshua Ricardo, a student. His third child is Ray, an entrepreneur. He is married to Lilian Pajarillo, a businesswoman, and they have 8 children, namely June Ray, a graduate of nautical course, Ian Ray, a mechanic, Aubrey, an entrepreneur, Elaine Ray, a commerce graduate, Jeffrey, a public school teacher, Ray, a graduating student of education, Rhea Lane, a graduate of BS Criminology, and Red Ray, a student. His fourth child is May Evelyn, a business administration graduate and married to Narciso B. Cos Jr., and was blessed by 4 children, namely Kimberly May, a licensed psychometrician, Francis, Christian, and Chito Gabriel, who are still students. The fifth child is Eleanor, a graduate of BS Biology, and is married to Sir Victor Santos, a businessman. They have 4 children, namely Maria Jelena Victoria, Jasmine Marian, Jacqueline Marie, and Joey Martin, who are still studying. His 6th child is Riza, a graduate of AB English and married to Jonathan Calderon, a graduate of BSHRM and currently living at Los Angeles, California. They have a daughter, Maria Lucia Isabel, a student. His 7th child is Jean Rose, a graduate of Business Administration and married to Jo Marie Celeste, a licensed master mariner, and they have 2 children, Carl Adrian and Kyle Andre, who are also still students. The 8th child is Annalisa, a BS nursing graduate, and married to Jason Ray Magaliosa with 3 children, namely Alison Daniel Joy, Andre Alexander, and Elena Rayan Rex. His youngest is Karen Grace, who has been called by our Creator in His kingdom at the age of 18 years old. She was a second-year student at Colegio San Agustin, Binyan, Laguna, and was taking up foreign service course at that time. KG is a consistent honor student from primary up to her college years.
You raised me up so I could stand on mountains. You raised me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Fido supported his family through hard labor, any kind of work where he can earn money. He planted and harvested rice or corn crops and even accepted carpentry labor whenever he spoke. It was turn of the tide for Pido when Vicente and Conchita Dumalugdog offered him a 1.5 hectare from where he became a tenant in 1966. In the same year also, Dumalugdog and William Usada of Barrio Cinco was invited by a political group led by then Mayor Joe Improgo and attorney Rodolfo Ortiz. The invitation was to put up a candidate for municipal councilor that is coming from Barrio Cinco. Pido was predetermined to represent the people of his community because of his wife's big family and influence. He ran under the political party of then Mayor Joe Improgo, but unfortunately, he lost the 1968 election. Pido always believed in the philosophy of opportunity. Whenever a door closes, a window opens. It could have been worse for Pido, but the defeat gave him an even better opportunity in life. In the same year, 1968, he joined the Banga Police Force as patrolman. He undergone seminars and trainings and passes the Napolcom examination for promotion from police corporal to police colonel. He was then promoted to the next rank from corporal to police sergeant. In 1989, he was promoted to police lieutenant. As a police lieutenant, he was assigned as the Deputy Chief of Police of Coronadal City, and after a month, he was reassigned as Chief of Police of Lake Cebu and of service to the public of Lake Cebu for almost 2 years. He was transferred as Chief of Police of the Surala Police Station for another 2 years. Then, he was later assigned as the Executive Officer of the Provincial Mobile Force Company stationed at Lamsugod, Surala South, Cotabato. In 1992, he was promoted to Police Captain while on assignment under Provincial Mobile Force. In his last years of service, he returned to his hometown in Banga, South Cotabato to serve as Chief of Police until his retirement in 1996 on his 56th birthday. After his retirement in service, he was invited by his friends to join politics again and run as a municipal councilor. On May 1988 election, he won and took his first seat as Sangguniang Bayan member and was re-elected consecutively as municipal councilor for his next 2 terms in 2001 and 2004 elections. As councilor, he authored several ordinances and resolutions that benefited the constituents of Banga South Cotabato. After 3 terms, which is 9 years of service, he took a rest for a while and ran again for Sangguniang Bayan member. Since he showed a great love and passion as a public servant, he was again re-elected by the people of Banga South Cotabato in 2010 and 2016 elections. His performance as Chief of Police and Sangguniang Bayan member helped the municipality of Banga in achieving prosperity, progress, development, and peace. These are the actual words by Papa. He wrote his own biography in a piece of a yellow pad paper with a pen when he started to get sick in June 2019. We remember that very moment when he sat down at the table in the balcony. We were thinking that time that it was his life that he writes about, but we never thought that we are going to read it here this soon. It all happened so fast. However, our family has already accepted the fate. It was over a year of agony and pain for Papa. The pain as we see it, as he suffers, could not even measure the pain that he actually feels. So at the very moment he is about to go, we were so sad, yet happy for Papa, that finally he won't endure the pain anymore. Instead, he will be now rested painlessly and happily at the side of God in heaven. There are a lot that we should be grateful for Papa. Each and everyone will have a story to tell about you, Pam. For sure, each story is worth hearing for. But most of all, Pam, we thank you for being such a responsible father and good provider to your family. To Mama, to your sons and daughters, your apos and apos sa tuhod. Thank you also for being such an honest and trustworthy public servant to God and to the people in our community. You led by example and a perfect influence to all of us, especially your family. Your humility, intelligence and smartness, your philosophy, your work ethics and professionalism. Your love to the family will be your legacy remembered forever.
By the hand and help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord, lead me all my life. Walk by me. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord. Even though at times I'd rather go alone my way, help me take the right direction. Take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. You are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. I just cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life, all through my days. So lead me, oh Lord. Lead me.
Back when I was a child, before life removed all the innocence, my father would lift me high and dance with my mother and me, and then spin me around till I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him, I'd play a song that would never ever end. How I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again. Ooh. When I and my mother would disagree, to get my way I would run from her to him. He'd make me laugh just to comfort me, yeah, yeah. Then finally make me do just what my mama said. Later that night when I was asleep, left $1 under my sheet. Never dreamed that he would be gone from me. If I could steal one final glance, one final step, one final dance with him, I'd play a song that would never ever end. 'Cause I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again. Sometimes I'd listen outside her door, and I'd hear how my mother cried for him. I pray for her even more than me. I pray for her even more than me. I know I'm praying for much too much, but could you send back the only man she loved? I know you don't do it usually, but dear Lord, she's dying to dance with my father again. Every night I fall asleep, and this is all I ever dream.
How do I begin it? Are there words to sing it? You were more than love could be. On and on again, you said forever. On and on again, you left me behind. I can't think about you or live my life without you. There was so much left to see. On and on again, you said forever. On and on again, you left me behind. Tears begin to fall. I'm crying over you just like a lonely fool. Oh, my tears begin to fall. Time and again, because I'm here without you. Every day I borrow tears from my tomorrow. Every hope a broken dream. As memories come back to haunt me. Oh, how I wish that you were here again.
It was because of you and Mama that made us who we are today. Bring with you these tears of joy and thanksgiving. Bring with you these prayers. We know that the very moment you see God in heaven, you would be proud to tell Him how you have become the best Papa for all of us. We are so proud of you, Pam. We are so blessed that God gave you to us as our Father. We will continue to pray for you, and as you watch over us in heaven, Please also pray and guide us always, your family. We know and you know, as you heard us say this before, and we won't be tired to say this over and over again. We love you, Papa. Thank you, and we will miss you so much.
Back when I was a child, before I removed all the innocence, my father would leave me high and dance with my mother and me alone. Spin me around till my face. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another dance with him, I'd play a song that would never end. How I love to dance with my father To get my way, I would run from her to him. Just to comfort me. Then finally just what my mama said. Later that night when I was asleep, he left the dollar under my sheet. Never dreamed that he would be gone from me. If I could steal one final glance,
transfer the
one
remains of
final
our late
step,
Papa Mun.Councilor decided.
one final dance with him, I'd play a song that would never ever end. Cause I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again.
Papa Mun.Councilor decided.
Sometimes I'd listen outside her door, and I'd hear how my mother cried for him. I pray for her even more than me. I pray for her even more than me.
Malaya ko si mama ko.
I know I'm praying for much too much, but could you send back the only man she loved? I know you don't do it usually, but dear Lord, she's dying to dance with my father again. Every night I fall asleep, and this is all I ever dream.